Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Good morning, Mr. Austin. Good morning. Ajia Bello, the powerful woman from Sokoto State. Good morning. Hope we are doing great today. Okay, we are all welcome to a new week, a beautiful week, a week full of productivity, maximum activity, and maximum results. So, not wasting much time, we already know what to do. The first thing we have to do is for us to go ahead and say our positive self affirmation for a maximum impact this year 2021. So let's kindly unmute ourselves. Let's kindly unmute ourselves. Let's all unmute ourselves so that we can recite the self affirmation together. So please, if your background is noisy, then kindly mute yourself. If you have a noisy background, then stay muted. But if you don't have a noisy background, kindly unmute yourself. Let's say the positive affirmation together. So let's all go ahead to unmute ourselves. Yes, let's go ahead. Unmute yourselves. Okay, so let's start. Once you're ready, go. Number one.
I have
I have a heart of gold.
a heart,
A heart that cares for the
heart
success
that
of others.
does. I
I am
am
selfless,
selfless, always
always
looking
looking
out
out for
for
my
my
teammates.
teammates.
People that
People
join my
that join
team
my team
become
became
very
very
successful
successful
within a short
within a
period of
short
time.
period of time. I
I
am
am
disciplined
disciplined and I
and
follow
I
through
follow
on my
through on my
commitments.
commitment. I
I am
am
a
a
success
success
and I
and
create
a
success
great
at will.
success at will.
Nobody and nothing
Nobody
can
and
stop
nothing
me
can
from
stop me
realizing my
from
potential
realizing
in
my
the
potentials
connected
in the
economy.
connected economy.
I earn
I
money
earn
every
money
day.
every day.
I create more
Food,
powerful, unstoppable,
unstoppable,
unbeatable, and highly
unbeatable,
influential
and highly
dominating
influential
entrepreneurs in
dominating
my team.
entrepreneur in my team.
I
I
take
take
control of my
control of
emotions.
emotions.
I have a good
I have good
relationship
relationship and
and
communication
communication
skills.
skills. I master
I masters the
the seven
7
skills of
skills of
network
network
marketing.
marketing.
I
I
have
have
integrity.
integrity.
I am a
I am a
multi-millionaire
multimillionaire
and a
and a
millionaire
much
creator.
greater.
I have no
I have no
excuses.
excuse.
I am
I am
unstoppable
unstoppable
and I dominate
and dominate
everywhere I go.
everywhere I go.
2021, this is my
2021,
best
this
year and
is
I'm
my best
enjoying
year and I am
millions
enjoying
of naira.
millions of naira.
Yes, this is our best year and we are enjoying millions of naira. So thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone. So we already know the rules of participation. Wherever you are, you need to sit up. Wherever you are, who is on? Okay, I think I've muted everyone. So the rules of participation, wherever you are, you need to sit upright. You need to sit upright wherever you are and get your pen and your book ready so that you can jot down things you're learning. Listen carefully, internalize what you're hearing, pencil down lessons learned because we'll be discussing at the end of the day. So having said that, let me quickly share my screen for the for what we'll be studying today. The topic for today is developing your core purpose. That's our topic today. how to develop your core purpose. Last week we learned how to okay, I'm coming. Let me quickly share this. Last week we learned about our core values. Now today we are going to be learning about our core purpose. So let's listen carefully to Mr. Max, who happens to be our mentor this morning, on what he's going to teach us on how to develop our core purpose. We've learned how to state our core value last week, and each and every one of us, we are able to state down our core values. Now, today, we'll be learning how to state our core purpose, because you need a mission statement. You need a vision statement, because your vision statement will guide all the decisions and action you're taking in line with what you want to achieve this year and in this business.
Back in this module, we're going to take everything we've gone through so far and create the vision for your life by creating a single powerful statement that encapsulates your core purpose in life. See, here's what I believe is true. Until you acquire a powerful, passionate, and even a heart-tingling vision for your life, your behavior is unlikely to ever be powerful enough to make it big long-term.
So he said, until you acquire a powerful and passionate and heart-tingling vision for your life, your behavior is unlikely to be powerful enough to make it a big long-term. Meaning, your ability to state your vision statement. How many of us have been to banks, and when you go to bank, you look on their wall, you see where they wrote mission statement, vision statement. Not only banks, organization. If you know you've seen something like that, go to the chat box and type 1. If you know you've been to an organization or a bank or a public sector, a parastatal, even in the in court, you see on their board, maybe where they have their newspapers, where they give information, you see where they framed their mission statement. How many of you have seen that? If you've seen that, go to the chat box and type 1. Now, if you go to, there are some banks that every banks have their different mission statements. Every organization have different mission statement. What's the essence of that mission statement? The essence of that mission statement is to guide them. Whatever it is they are doing in that organization, whatever action activities they are doing in that organization is geared towards achieving their vision or mission statement. So now, what is your mission statement? What is the vision you have for your life? Because until you acquire a powerful, passionate, and heart-tingling vision for your life, then your behavior, everything you're doing will be in accordance to fulfilling that mission. Yes, just like in our NGO, our mission this for the next 2-3 years is to raise about 10 to 100,000 entrepreneurs, seasoned entrepreneurs who have the ability to use our system to make 4 million naira every month. So if you notice, all our activity, all our action is geared towards making sure that 10,000 to 100,000 entrepreneurs become multi-millionaires in a month. So unconsciously, consciously or unconsciously, everything we are doing is geared towards that. So now, for you to be successful in life, in this business, or in whatever areas you have in your life, you must have your mission statement, your vision statement. Very, very important.
You may have short bouts of success, but those who succeed at the very highest levels in life, they have a powerful vision that drives them forward. Now, this vision can be summed up with a simple statement of the reason you exist, or the purpose for you living on this planet. It's the reason you came into being and the way you're going to decide if your life was worth living. The way I sum it up, this is the statement of what I would want my children to write about me on my tombstone after I'm gone. Your life purpose is really what you want your legacy to be.
So he said, your vision statement should be what you want people to remember you for. He's now teaching us how to have a vision statement. Because if you have a core value, just like what we learned last week, then you should have a vision statement. So your vision statement should be something you want people to remember you of, to remember you with, even when you are not living. That should be your vision statement. Yes, that should be your vision statement. I have my vision statement. everybody should have their vision statement. And my vision statement is something that anywhere I meet you, even if I leave you, once you remember about me, whether I'm living or I'm not living, you keep remembering that that is what I stand for. That is what I stand for. That is the value I bring to this world. So you need to have something people, not just people, your family, your loved ones know you for. That even when you die, it's going to be a legacy they use in identifying and remembering you.
And without a core purpose in life, we tend to kind of wander aimlessly through life. And oftentimes we end up settling for mediocrity. Not having a core purpose creates a lack of focus. It creates a lack of direction. It's like living in autopilot, or worse yet, falling asleep at the wheel. So having a core purpose in life, it keeps you motivated, it keeps you focused, and it helps you tap in to an energy level that most people will flat out never have access to. I'm always asked how in the world I can manage to have this never-ending supply of energy, how I can do a 5-country tour in a matter of 7, 8, 9 days, or how I can do an around the world tour over the course of 2 weeks, only sleeping a few hours a night on average. Now, my secret to this massive level of energy is that for me, it's never work. I can get by on very little sleep for periods of my life because my actions are always leading me to a legacy that fills me with inspiration. It's one of the reasons I don't need a lot of outside motivation to stay inspired or to stay motivated. See, I have self-motivation because I'm naturally motivated to move towards my core purpose.
So now, he said, when you define your core purpose, your vision statement, it gives you, it motivates you. Even when things are not going well, you don't need outsiders to motivate. You don't need an external motivation. A young man, one of the great entrepreneurs in Africa, Vusi, he will tell you that if you are waiting, in fact, not just him, 2 persons has made this statement, even Elon Musk. He said, if you're waiting for people to motivate you, if you're waiting for motivation to come from external environment, then you don't deserve to be a business person. You don't deserve to be an entrepreneur. You don't deserve success in the business world, and you don't deserve success in life. Why? Because your motivation must come within. Now, we are learning how to cultivate our motivation from within. And Mr. Matt just told us now that the only way you can cultivate motivation from within is you having your vision statement, having your core purpose of life. Why are you living? What mission are you on? What are the things you want to achieve that if you should die today, people will keep remembering you for that sole purpose? So when you are able to identify your vision, when you're able to have your vision statement, your mission statement onto based on what you want to achieve, what you want people to know you for, then that is enough motivation. Even when things are not going well, even when you are feeling on a low, just you reminding yourself of your core purpose, the reason why you are doing what you're doing, the reason why you're living, the mission you have to accomplish in this world, then that is enough motivation for you to do what? Stand up and get to action.
Because I truly believe my core purpose is my calling. You know, it's why God put me on this earth. And I also believe, because I say it so, God gives me the energy and all the resources that I need to make that vision a reality. So creating your core purpose in life is the most powerful way I've found to create your why and tap into that level of energy.
So he said creating your core purpose in life is a powerful way to tap into your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you say yes to this business? Why did you say yes to work with the NGO? Because the NGO has assured you we are going to mentor and coach you for 3 good years. Something that a lot of people hunger to have. But now all of us are having it free of charge. And not just that, our aim is to ensure you live a massively successful life full of abundance. So know that your core value is going to, it has a strong connection to your why. Because for you to be able to define your core value, your mission statement, it starts from your why, things you want to achieve. Why do you deserve success in life? Why do you deserve success financially? Why do you deserve success in the business world? Why do you want to be rich and wealthy? You have a reason. So that reason, that why, should guide you in defining and stating your mission statement, your core purpose.
Now, the reason why I had you create your core values list first is because That core values list is really going to give you an insight as to what's important for you and where your priorities are. And once you know what's important for you from creating your core values list, you can create a statement that's in alignment with those values. Now, I'm going to give you my core purpose, and you'll see how the statement that I have is aligned with my core values that I talked about in the last module. So my core purpose is to constantly grow myself to pursue God's highest calling for my life, to make a positive impact in the lives of millions of people, to seek out and experience amazing peak experiences and adventures around the world, and to create a legacy of multi-generational love, success, wealth, and contribution for my family, to live life vicariously through my.
So now this is his personal core value. He said his core value is, his core purpose is to constantly grow himself. You constantly grow myself to pursue God's highest calling for his life, to make a positive impact in the lives of millions of people, to seek out and experience amazing peak experiences and adventures around the world, and to create a legacy of multi-generational love, success, wealth, and contribution for his family, to live life vigorously through by himself. So that this is his core value. So you can screenshot his core value, then use it as an example, as a guide towards creating your own core value. Yes, this is his core value. So now, from what he has created for himself, you can use that as a guide to create yours. But remember, everybody's core value will not be the same. He already told us that the only way to create our core purpose, our core purpose in life, our vision statement, is by identifying our why. What is your why? Why do you deserve massive success? What are the things you really want to achieve and accomplish in life? Now, that should guide you towards stating your core purpose. So by the end of today, each and every one of us, you're going to tell me what your core purpose is. What's your vision statement? I have my vision statement. My vision statement is to ensure that I live a massively successful life full of abundance. And the only way I know I can do that is by helping a lot of people living a massively successful life full of abundance. Because I know that when I help a lot of people get what they want, in return, I'll get what I want. That's my core purpose. That's my mission statement. So what is yours? So let's write down our core purpose, our vision statement, using this as a guide.
Self. See, that statement, it may not be impactful for you, but for me, it gives me goosebumps. Your core purpose statement should give you the same feeling. And because it's something I can work towards every day, it allows me to be successful now. I say successful now because the most widely recognized definition of success among the other thought leaders in the personal development industry is that success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile dream or goal.
So he said, while you're creating your core purpose, you need to know the definition of success. You want massive success in all areas of your life, which you know that the basic reason why you need to be successful is what? The basic thing you need is what? Money. You need finance, because money makes the world go round. Yes, money makes the world go round. Money is the answer to everything. If you think money is not the answer, then try poverty. Try being poor, and let's see how your world will go round, how you can achieve a lot. So people say money is not the answer to everything, but trust me, money has oxygen. If you don't have money, it's just like you cannot breathe, no oxygen. So he said, for you to also have a clear definition of your core purpose, you need to understand the definition of success. And the definition of success he just gave is the definition of success we in the RDI NGO, the Realistic Dream Initiative. That is our definition of success. And the reason why we are helping a lot of people attain massive success in life is because we know what success is. So what is success? He said, success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal or idea. Please, let's write this down. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal or idea. Once you have an idea or you have a goal, you have something you want to accomplish, and you move towards that thing progressively, working towards that thing, you are a success. A teacher that decides to be the best English teacher in his school is a success. A tomato seller that decides to be the best tomato seller in the market, attending to its customers very well and ensuring that its environment is clean and hygienic and always attracting customers. Once she achieved that, she is a success. So what is success? Your ability to define success, know the full meaning of success, will also guide you in stating your vision statement, stating your core purpose in life.
By pursuing a worthwhile life purpose, you are already successful in your own right as long as you're going after it. Now, it's time to start creating your core purpose statement. So here's what I want you to do. So step number 1 is review your core values that you created in the last module. And what I want you to do is just spend some time thinking about what's really important in your life. Step number 2 is to take out a sheet of paper, or you can even open up a word processor. And at the top, I want you to write, my core purpose in life is, and then step 3 is what I want you to do is I want you to begin to write out an answer that pops into your head. Now, it doesn't have to be a complete sentence. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. It doesn't even have to make any sense. I just want you to write whatever pops into your head that's something meaningful for you. Now, step 4, I want you to repeat step 3 until you write the answer that either gives you goosebumps or makes you cry. Once you're at that point, you've found your purpose. Now, for some people, this may take 15 or 20 minutes. For me, I spent several hours going through the process, and because this is such an important part of my life, I have spent years refining this purpose statement. See, when I first created my statement years ago, the thought of making a positive impact in the lives of millions of people, that was so out of my realm of thinking. It wasn't even on the radar. But what's happened is, as I've grown as a person over the years, so has my core purpose. Now, this is an exercise that does require some work. You may have to write out 50, 100, maybe even several hundred answers before you get to the purpose statement that really resonates with you. You may get frustrated along the way because nothing seems to get your juices flowing. But listen, no matter how frustrating the process is, there is something you were put on this earth to do that will inspire you. So do not give up along the way to finding that purpose. Keep writing, keep brainstorming, and when it hits you, you will know it. When I came up with my purpose statement that I have now, I knew I had nailed it because I physically felt it. I started having goosebumps. So when you nail it for you, you're going to have a statement that you can keep in front of you every day that's going to supply you with a level of energy, a level of motivation, courage, and determination that you probably never imagined was possible. So take the time now, and whether this process takes an hour or whether it takes 5 hours, do not move on until you create your core purpose in life. I'm going to reiterate this point. Without going through this exercise and the previous exercises, you might as well not go through any of the rest of Millionaire School, because I can give you all the tactics in the world, but none of those tactics are going to do you any good if you don't become the right person first. Remember, you have got to become a millionaire before you'll ever have the $1 million. Tactics do little good unless it's a powerful person using those tactics. So this exercise is going to allow you to tap into a new level of potential, a new level of possibility for your life. So, my friend, it's time to get to work.
Okay, so that is the end of our section with Mr. Matt. So tell me, what's the definition of success? Last week, someone won 1,000 naira airtime last week just by answering a question. You see, that's the advantage and benefit of writing down when we are undergoing the Millionaire School section. So tell me, what's the definition of success? The first person to send the definition of success in the chat box will be receiving 1,000 naira airtime. So what's the definition of success? Let's all go to the chat box and tell me the definition of success. What's the definition of success? What's our definition of success? According to our RDI NGO standard, what's the definition of success? Okay, Success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal or okay, Mr. Toby and Shinoye, they sent in their details first. Okay, so the person that will be the first person that sent in is Mr. Toby. But Toby, you are a leader now, so can we leave it for Madam Chineye? Okay, so the rule is the first person to send in their chat. So Mr. Toby got he won. So he's the winner of the 1,000 naira recharge card this morning. Okay, Mr. Toby say let it go for Miss Chineye. Okay, Miss Chineye, I don't know how to pronounce your surname. Miss Chineye, Mr. Toby has given you the 1,000 naira recharge card. So please kindly send in your phone number and tell us which network. Yes, kindly send in your phone number and tell us the network you're using for us to credit you. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. So now, what do we learn today? I need you to tell me one thing you learned today and a statement that you've created to add to your vision statement today. So if you have something to say, kindly raise up your hand or I'll unmute you randomly. If you know you are in a place where you cannot talk, kindly go to the chat box. Maybe you're at work and you can't talk, kindly go to the chat box and tell me what you learned today and give me a statement you're going to add to your vision statement. So let's start. If you know you have something to say, kindly raise up your hand, go to the chat box, raise up your hand, or be on your video and raise up your hand. I can see you. Yes, or I'll unmute us randomly. So come on, let's get going. What did you learn today? What did you learn today? And give me one vision, give me one statement that that you're going to add to your vision statement today. Okay, Mrs. Fidelia Peter, all the way from Sokoto. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Share with us.
Sorry.
Rabi.
Yeah, I've learned that I should have core value in whatever I'm doing. And as I keep striving in my business from time to time, I need to be reevaluating my goals and also keep adding values, keep adding core values to my business. And the one I've added today from this school of thought is keep striving till the end. And that has encouraged me and reactivated me more, never to give up on this business. I used to tell Pawi lady, I said all those things people have been saying you have achieved, you have earned. I won't give up until I have also earned them. Pawi.
Rabi, wow, that's powerful. Thank you very much, Ms. Fidelia. That's wonderful. Miss Chino, yeah, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Okay. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for the airtime, first of all. So what I have learned today, I have really learned that in our business, even as we strive to tell people more about the business and for them to see the importance of it, the first thing we have to do is to work on ourselves. Until we have really worked on ourselves, we won't be able to work on others. And one particular thing I picked from Mr. Mark today is that you have to become a millionaire before you have that million. Until you have seen yourself as a millionaire, you won't have that millions. But when you have seen yourself as a millionaire, even though you don't have it at that particular time, you keep working towards it to achieve it. And today I learned that there's no particular point you reach that you now say I have attained success. That success is progressive. Even if you achieve what you have set as your goal, you set other goals and you keep achieving it. It's progressive. So that's what I learned today. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Some persons have sent in their lesson. Mr. Toby said he learns to be a person of impact and to cause a positive change in the lives of many people that he can impact. Mrs. Moji from Abuja said, I learned to succeed. I learned that to succeed, I must have a vision statement. That's wonderful. So who else? I have to start unmuting each and every one of us. Let me see. Thank God we still have time. Okay. Success is my duty. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Good morning, GA.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Yes,
Good
that's
morning,
our
everyone.
director speaking. That's Engineer Monso Opala. That's the director of RDI NGO and our top brand leader. So go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Power Lady. Good morning, everyone. Just a quick one. I was listening to a training this morning that relates with what you just what we just listened to, and that training was by Liz Brown, saying when you convince people beyond their own belief, they end up getting back to their belief. Now, what am I talking about? We talked about motivation. I'm a firm believer that no one can be motivated beyond their own personal motivation. Yes, everybody is motivated by something. So you have to really, dig deeper and find out what motivates you. And the easiest way to find your motivation is to have a purpose. What drives you? What drives you? When you don't have a purpose, you can easily give up for anything. I wake up this morning, I told myself, I refuse to be a failure. I'm not a failure. I refuse to give up. Why? Because I have a purpose. There is something that is set before me, my mission statement, my goals, and my purpose, all written out. I look at it every day. Now, I don't allow circumstances around me. Pressures from my family is just secondary. Pressures and challenges around me is just secondary to my motivation. I am inwardly motivated. So success starts with you knowing fully well why you are doing this. That's where it starts from. It puts you in a place where you don't need to wait for problems to come before you start developing yourself, before you start preparing. No, you don't. So I really want to, say this to us. We have to dig deeper. Dig deeper. What is your vision when it comes to this business? When it comes to your personal life? What is your purpose? Do you see yourself as someone that is on a mission to accomplish something? Because if you don't, take it or leave it, challenges will come. And when you are not prepared mentally, psychically, with those visions and purpose well written out and clear in your mind, my dear brothers and sisters, you will be taken down. There is no one that will tell you he has had a problem and challenges-free life. It will never happen. So this vision, we are talking about vision statements, purpose, they are very, very important. That is the foundation for every success. Just like I always say, business and life on its own is like a life in the ring. If you don't have what you are fighting for, you'll be surely be knocked down. And even when life knocks you down, the only way you can stand up is if you have something you are looking up to. Thank you so much for this awesome presentation this morning, Madam Augusta. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, GA, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful contribution. In fact, with what you just said, it's in line with the music. For those of us that connected on time, the music I was playing this morning. Some of you have noticed that every morning before we start the Millionaire School, I'm playing music. Now, some of you think it's just an ordinary music. Remember, last week we taught ourselves to feed our mind with positive things. Those, I call it my business songs. So one of the music I played this morning before we started was by one of my mentors, the late Ubon King. He said, business is a war and you must treat it like such. Zig Ziglar said, if you don't fight for what you don't want will automatically take over. So you must treat what you want to achieve like what business is war. So thank you very much, sir. You just made me remember that statement. So Power Lady Blessing, go ahead, unmute yourself. Tell us what you learned this morning. And one statement you're adding to your vision statement. Blessing, if you're there, unmute yourself. While you're trying to unmute yourself, Mr. Is it Chai or Kyle? I don't know how to pronounce that. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Okay. Seems like some of us can't unmute ourselves. Maybe you're at your place of work. Okay, Mr. Eugene. Yeah, you sent a statement. You said that, let me read it. You said, added core value, your added core value is to achieve your millionaire, being a millionaire in dollar dream, and to also have a positive mindset to taking your family and people around you to impact them greatly. I think I understand what you said. Okay, so Mr. Gani, go ahead, unmute yourself. Tell us what you learned. Mr. Kyle, go ahead, unmute yourself. Tell us what you learned. And this one, I'm asking us to unmute, and we are not unmuting. What's happening? Okay, Mr. Gani, yeah, go ahead.
Myself. Yes. Hello, good morning, madam, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I learned from this discourse this morning the veritable position of the mission statement, especially the core vision. That whatever it is that you want to do, if you don't have that core statement, that is your core belief, it may not be too easy for you to be able to get to the peak of your chosen career. So that's a core one for me. I know what mission statement is before, but the fact that is like a propeller to all what you are doing is an added thing for me. And right at this moment, I'm trying to reshape what my personal core mission is, and I will work on it until I get it to where I think it will help me to where I'm going. Good morning.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful, sir.
I hope I can be heard.
Yes, we can hear you. That's powerful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Rehab said, I learned to set up goals. I learned that setting up goals is very important and it makes me focus. Ms. Fidelia said, I'm inwardly motivated. Success starts with me. Mr. Victor, go ahead, unmute yourself. Tell us what you learned. Okay. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, it seems like you can't. Okay, Mr. Victor said, you must see, he said you must see yourself as a millionaire before you can earn it. That's wonderful. That's what he learned. Mr. Augustine, go ahead, unmute yourself. Can you? Go ahead, unmute yourself if you can.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, actually, my vision statement, I want to be financially independent. The reason is that I'm a civil servant of which I work with the local government. And there is something that pinches me last year, of which I encountered a very terrible situation, of which it nearly broke my home. I have a problem with my wife because financially we were down. And I asked myself, this government, what are they doing? Should I continue to live on government? Should I continue to be like this? It was a terrible situation. And actually that motivated me, that pinched me to wake up and start doing something. And fortunately, I come across this program and I tell myself, let me take the opportunity and do something, find out what exactly this program is. When Mr. Opala was on radio in Jos, I was, shedding tears in my room. I said, if this program will help me, let me try it. Let me try it and see what will happen. I attended the seminar, and it was so encouraging to the extent that I went back to my wife and tell her, this is what I have found. My wife discouraged, we nearly fight, I have to stand firm as a man to convince her. Ask Mr. Okwala, he will tell you, I told him, I have a piece of land, I have to sell it to join this business. And today, she called me today and jokingly, she told me that, you see, my first daughter is going to school and she don't have a pencil. I told her, yeah, the only property we have, I sold it and I don't have anything now. I have not been paid. So try and maybe buy a pencil of 10 naira or 20 naira to her and let her go to school. They are writing their exams. So all this while, there is something that touches me. That is why I say my financial statement, my vision statement is good. I want to be financially independent. If this thing will work for me, I think I have to resign from government work. I have to tell you, I have to resign because I have been thinking of how to get something to get me out of government. And I think and I believe that this is where it will happen. And I thank you very much for this opportunity. Good morning.
Wow, that's wonderful, Mr. Austin. That's powerful. In fact, what you just said was in line with my speech on Saturday. I was teaching people about the vulture mentality. That if your dependency, there are 3 types of vulture. We have the white neck vulture, the black neck vulture, and the red neck vulture. Now, this vulture, vulture has the ability, not all vultures. The white neck vulture has the ability to sense the smell of a dead animal 5 kilometers away from them. And again, vultures, there are 2 birds I was teaching with, an eagle and a vulture. These 2 birds comes from the same family, the same botanical name, everything the same. But the difference between these 2 birds is that the vulture eats dead animal. They eat dead animal or animal that is about to die, that is sick and weak. But eagles go for a live animal. But I'm not here to talk about the eagle. I just want to talk about the vulture mentality. Now, when the white-necked vulture smells a dead body or something that is about to die, it goes there. One, because it's in the, we call him the marketer. They are in the research department. They are the marketing department. Now, once he gets there, a group of vulture called the black-necked vulture look for where the white-necked vulture is hanging around and go there. Those people are in the operating department. These 2 vultures cannot eat the food because they don't have strong beaks and strong claws. Now, they wait for the red-necked vulture to come. Now, till the red-necked vulture, who happens to be the manager, comes and now give the order, let's go ahead and eat before they can eat the meat. Why? Because the red-necked vulture has strong beaks and strong claws. So now, if you're here and your dependency is on someone, for money, allowance, everything is on someone, then trust me, you have a vulture mentality. That was a speech I gave on Saturday, 2 days ago in my conference. So why am I saying this? You just said something that you can't keep waiting for the government to give you what you want. Now, many of us are not even aware how powerful we are as an eagle. An eagle don't wait for somebody to do something for it. It goes out to get it. Even in the midst of challenges, it uses the storm to fly higher in the sky. So what you just said today, Mr. Austin, really, really touched me very well. And it made me remember a lot of things I stand for, I learned, and I'm also teaching people. So please, this business is a gold mine. All you need to do is open your mind to learning. Mistakes, you will make them, but you will not make too much mistakes because we are here to guide you. The system is here to guide you. We have the structure. So this business has everything. Whatever it is you want to achieve in life, you can achieve it in this business. And thank God for the NGO that is here to hold you by the hand, to journey with you every step of the way. I can remember where I was 2017, and I know where I am now. All you need is to become aggressive, be angry at where you are. It's just a matter of time. No condition is permanent. Be angry at the current situation you are and be ready, be aggressive, unleash the lion in you and go out and do what? Hunt. Go out and hunt. Take advantage of what you are learning. Act on, I told us last week, I'll be on Sunday, I can't remember. I think it's on Thursday during our book review. I told us for you to attain massive success in this business, act as fast as you can. A young man came to me on Saturday. Please, I want to make money as fast as possible. I said, if you want to make money as fast as possible, then you need to make mistakes as fast as possible. You need to act on everything you're learning as fast as possible, because the more mistakes you make, the closer to actually succeeding. Yes, because we are teaching you, we are working with you. So take action on everything you are learning. Speed of execution. Success loves speed. Your speed of execution on everything you're learning brings you closer to the success you need in this business. Trust me, this business is a gold mine. Everything you want to achieve is in this business. So thank you very much. While I unmute the last person I'll be talking today, Infinite Smart 5. Yes, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Infinite Smart 5, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. So, sir, what's your name?
My name is Mr. Yunus Isa.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
From Ajangbadi. I've learned a lot from this program, a lot. I could see that every challenge you come across from this business, you can make up your mind, you are still going to get up in it. That's all what I've already learned for this morning. And I'm ready to face the challenge and win everything I need to win. Thank you very much.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I would like to play us a video, just 5 minutes, for you to understand the value of the business you have in your hand. Just 5 minutes video. It's a video by a pastor, one of the top earners in Nigeria and in Africa. Just listening to what he has to say. Then once we are done listening, then we'll call it a day.
I have found a gold mine. This is a gold mine. I have found a gold mine. This is a gold mine. I hated network marketing. Hated it. Whenever you start to talk to me about network marketing, I switch up. I'm not interested. I'm a pastor, but I'm also a bespoke tailor. I make suits. God has blessed me and God has blessed my business. I make suits for kings and presidents and governors. And so I travel the world and do what I do. So the moment you start to talk to me about network marketing, I switch off. This was in August of 2015. This guy comes to talk about AIM Global. Now I sat there, he's talking about AIM Global. The moment I realized it's network marketing, I switched off. Not interested. But as I sat there in my zoned out state, I heard the voice of God as clear as day. God said to me, open your eyes. That was when I began to listen. If God is asking you to open your eyes, then it means that what I'm being shown is true. I called this lady. I said, have you joined this business? She said, yes, I have. I said, how much money did you make? Well, she said, on average, I make about $400 to $500 a day. I said, show me the proof. She sent me her alerts. I saw that it was real. I said, I'm in. In 1 year, I became top 9 in Nigeria. Alliance in Motion is a revolution in our generation. If you don't realize what you have on your hands, you will play with it. Once I saw it was real, I set up an account for my mother, for my wife, for my children, told all my siblings, I have found a gold mine. This is a gold mine. Yes, the gold mine. For those of you who are here in the Philippines, just in case you don't realize, you are sitting in the heart of the gold mine. Don't take it for granted. Don't get so accustomed to it that you lose the sense of the value of what you have in your hands. When you go to bed at night, make a decision. You're going to make this work for you. But what happens when I get to the point in my life when I can't travel anymore? I want to have residual income. And I don't want my lifestyle to change. And AIM Global is going to help me accomplish that. Oh, I know it will. I am doing what I have to do now. They say, play now, pay later. or pay now, play later. At some stage, you're going to pay the price. I choose to pay now. So when I get old, I can relax and live a life of luxury. 5 members of my family are top 200 in Nigeria because of employment. My mother makes her own money. It is not what this will do for you, but how it can help you to lift others who are around you, to give them a sense of pride and dignity, to know that they make their own money. Whatever has died in you, if it is your desire or your passion, that God will cause that to be revived in your life. That as you leave this place today, a new fire will burn in your heart. I want to say that if you say you want it, you must fight for it.
So if you say you want success in this business, you must fight for it. And thank God you all are surrounded by powerful, aggressive lions and eagles that are ready to soar high, dare the undareable, to do the undoable, because you know that it's when you do things others are not ready to do, then you produce the results others are not going to produce. So I'm really excited for this video. So thank you very much. Some persons are raising up their hand. Do you have anything to say? Those raising up their hand, success is my duty. You're raising up your hand. Chinoya, you're raising up your hand. Do you have something to say? Do you have something to say?
I wanted to ask if we can get the video.
Okay, don't worry. I'll be sending the video across to our WhatsApp group. I'll be sending the video across to our WhatsApp group. Okay, Mr. King, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Augusta.
Yes.
It's been a wonderful lecture, and it's quite a reminder because for us to one have to focus on the dream. It's like children were looking for a way. And it is an easy way because you have a lot of objectives. And, you know what I mean, directors like giving motivational speech, people who have experienced, they have been there before. So I don't think there is fear. The truth is that, yes, you have to make several mistakes, but hope there is success there. It's just a time to come because when you go to school, you have to go through classes and you take those sessions, you have to go through them. The most thing that is important is the quality. How did you pass through the schools or your classes? So in this project, I am very positive, and I believe one cannot is a very, very, very serious and promising hope on the line. I think what I need to do is to encourage myself every day, listening to all these teachings and putting them in practice. And yes, like you said, you could fall, you wake up again, you ask questions, then that enthusiasm, that positive hope, to meet up, to realize it will appear like a bang, because you go out there hustling, making efforts, several efforts. You may be expecting to see 20, you may see 50. But in a time of desolation or disappointment, I think no one in this group should be disappointed because there's wonderful hope coming there. I am satisfied, even though I'm always on the move, but I'm looking for, like the second speaker spoke, he said that he will resign. I need to resign anyway. But I'm always looking for an opportunity to just sit down and keep on working in this success-driven purpose. May God bless us all.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, we have a lot of persons here that have actually resigned doing this business full time. Now, for those of you that you are married, you have families, I won't push you to make the decision to resign immediately because you have a family, unless you're in a kind of job where you are working and nobody is paying you. Now, this is the thing. Aside from what we are learning, take massive action. If you are close to our offline offices, Go there and work hand in hand with your leaders. Take advantage of all the training for those of us that are online based. Take advantage of all the training you are receiving online. Be acting on them, be asking questions, share the challenges, ask questions to your leaders, the ambassadors working with you. Then if you are around, if you're in a state where we have an offline office, connect with your leader, work hand in hand with your leader, bomber to bomber with them. You guys don't even know the privilege of having a top leader in your location where you are the same location with you. You guys don't even know that your success and your speed of execution on action will be massive. Then for those of us that don't have such in our location, but we are connected online, we already have our special mentorship classes, like the RDI VIP mentorship class, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Be aggressive in everything you're learning. Those are where we carry out income generating activity. Be aggressive on everything you're learning, acting on everything you're learning, and practicalize on it, both online and offline. Just be aggressive. Be a martial artist, be aggressive. But more importantly, if you know you are in a location where there is a leader, we have our offline offices in Jos, Benin, Sokoto, Kaduna, Gombe, Lagos, Port Harcourt. Be out to work with the leaders there. Because while you are doing the business online, there's so much to do offline. So thank you very much. And let's remember, today is Monday. Today we have to follow up on all our customers, our prospects, our family, our friends that attended our business presentation on Saturday. Those that have watched the video, use the script of how to close like a boss, to call them to know if they attended or not, and to get them to take action. For those of you that have been trained on how to close, if you've not been trained, send the contact and the names of all those you that attended our Zoom presentation on Saturday or that have watched the video. Send their names and phone number to your leaders. Let your leaders be the ones to call them and close in on them. And let's remember, tomorrow we'll be having our Millionaire School, 8 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow will be more practical using the RDI system of prospecting. We've learned about prospecting last week, so now we'll be more practical. So tomorrow, our advice, make sure you charge your phone, because if you cannot write fast, you will be demanded to screenshot, because a lot of scripts will be given to us. Practical scripts we are using in Nigeria, and you can use it anywhere, both in Nigeria and outside. Practical script you can use both on your code market, one market, and how to prospect and how to invite. That's what we'll be doing. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Yes, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So once again, thank you for your time, each and every one of us. Thank you very much. So before I end the meeting, I would like, someone was saying, requesting I played a video, I played a song, Business is War. So let me play it, then I'll now close the room. Someone was requesting for the video, for the song. So I'll just play it for our listening pleasure, then we'll call it a day. Thank you very much.
It's time for us to break the rules. It's time for us to break the rules. It's time for us to break the rules.
It's not an ordinary song, though. It's a business song. So listen carefully to the weddings.
Since I was a youngin', I've been dreaming about this moment. I had to wake up, get it together and do it. The only way for me to get out of trouble is if I go through it. But if I am 20 and live with my parents, then what am I doing? Do it. Get in the trunk. I beat the odds, flew with the hawks and swam with the sharks. The light in the dark, I had to blame, all I did was spark. I talked to God, he told me I should go pick up the box. If some me I'm doing too much, or me, I tell him it's never enough.
And thinking that what you have is more than enough. Let's break the rules. Dream big has become too small. Let's break the rules. Let's break the rules. Business is war, so we treat it as such. Let's break the rules. Breaking the rules, 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 breaking the rules.
So you are hearing it. They say, let's break the rules. Business is war. So treat it as such. Break the rules. Don't be scared. Go out, take actions. remember, in the business world, is either you succeed or you learn and do what? Succeed. That's what they are trying to say here.
Vacation, slow and steady, I'm pacing. I was putting that work in while they was on vacation. Vacation, on my grind, dream chasing. It's not about your location, it's all about your vacation. Boy, I got dreams as big as my head. I had the vision and I made a plan. I got to build and leave for my kids. I had to do it to show that they can.
So he said he has a vision that he has to build to live for his children. Tencation means we have the gift and the ability to achieve a lot. Just think about it, then act on it. That's the meaning of tencation. Think about it, then act on it. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, sure that they can. And if I fail, I do it again. Trouble is God's gift to man. I let the hunger to push me to win.
So he said, trouble is God's gift to man. Hunger is God's gift to man. If you are experiencing any challenges, know that it's God's gift to you, because he's going to push you to leave your comfort zone, do what you need to do in order to achieve the results. Remember, there's no free food in Freetown.
If you can think enough, what you have is more than enough. More than enough. Let's break the rules. Dream big has become too small.
So let's keep breaking the rules. Dreaming big has become too small. So it's not all about dreaming. It's about you acting on what you're learning. Sorry, it's about you acting on those dreams, those visions you have set for yourself, those things you want to achieve. Act on it. That's what it means when she said dreaming big has become too small. People think it's all about dreaming without action. So you need action to make that dream a reality.
Let's break the rules.
So breaking the rules means leave your comfort zone. Dare the unbearable, do the undoable. Do things that makes you uncomfortable, because at the next door, at the end of that side of doing things that makes you uncomfortable, that is where success lies. So don't listen to anybody. Don't live a normal life. Don't live a mediocre life. If people talk, let them talk, because it's only when you're doing something that will change the world that people will talk and complain, because they are talking and complain because you're about to leave their sector. You're about to leave them to do things. And trust me, doing those things that others are not ready to do makes you to be among the 1% few that will attain massive success in life.
Let's break the rules. Let's break the rules. Let's break the rules. Yeah. So we treat it as
breaking the rules, 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 brea
So thank you very much. See us tomorrow by 8 o'clock. Make sure you take maximum action. Make sure you take massive action today. Follow up on people, share the videos to people, a lot of people, using the system and format of messages we've given to you on WhatsApp. For those of you that are new and you are working with your leaders, or I'm the one working with you, you are in our VIP coaching group week 1. Start acting on everything that you're seeing there. And for those of us that are yet to create our WhatsApp group, please create your WhatsApp group, communicate with your leader and tell them you've created a WhatsApp group, you've added them, then I tell you the next thing to do. So thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Remember, share the videos to a lot of people today, follow up on a lot of people, and act on all the income generating activities that you're being taught in the various VIP groups you are. Thank you very much and have a great and wonderful day. Love you all.